It's week 1 of the 20...
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And in the middle of them all, their new starter in his first game, Brock, this rookie from Florida State.
Such an incredible amount of promise in this man, and a lot of signs of hope since he went near the top of the draft this spring. We knew he was always going to get the start in his first career game, and this is the first step to beginning a new era for this franchise. And also that chip on his shoulder to prove that he should have been the #1 pick.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds him over the middle. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. Now he's past the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And he stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Give him 2 yards there, and it's now 3rd and 14. He's going to throw this one. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out.
Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
They kick the running back in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10 now. Chased out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Back to throw now. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up. Running back sent in motion. Completed to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd down from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
At the 15-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Give them 3 on that run. 3rd and 12 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Setting up a throw. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, they'll run. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Just a field goal separates these two. More coming up after this quick break. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. They've got a man in motion. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This offense ready to get going again now. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
He'll throw it yet again. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Pass play now. He's on the move. He's running for it. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Catch made underneath by the back. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Connecting on the slant. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Pass it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. Dumps it off to his running back. Touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys take a 4-point lead.
Our home team, 3.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Man in motion here. To throw again on 2nd and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs?
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
It is cut left side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Their offense running back out now. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Throwing now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And now they face 2nd down. They're running the option. Short side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there. And now they're going to have 3rd and 2. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Handoff now from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He gets him 6, but it brings up 4th down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. They take over on offense now pretty late in this 1st half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle. That brings us to our 1st halftime of the new season. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with Ari. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the 1st half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the 2nd half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give them a 1st down. Motioning left is their running back. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 26-yard line.
Looking to the air here. Caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They're trying an option play left side on 1st down. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Pass play coming here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They send the tight end in motion. Catch made over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second down, looking for options. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. Has it in close. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They're throwing it. He's got it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys push their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's just a field goal game right now as we get set for our final quarter. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep trying.
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
14, our home team, 10.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he's stopped. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a first down. Motioning one of the tight ends. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here's 2nd and 14. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Hauled in left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
Short pass brought in. And he'll get them enough for a first down. He'll throw it yet again. He's got a man left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
He has the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys push their lead to 3. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Now this offense getting set to work here. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Running back sent in motion. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. Cut out left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here he is to throw. Hits his running back. Again, he's got room. And that is a touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Our home team, 17.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A tight end in motion now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Another try following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Desperation time here on fourth. And to force it on fourth, and it's intercepted! And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
They'll run here from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It was a great effort from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.